Hello? Beep, 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 beep. Welcome to the court of the Edijester. How are we, good people? I hope you're well. It's once again, I bring you some news. All that's new and approved from the Jester News Arse. Right, here we go. Now, yesterday, or was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday, I think. Yeah, I did a bit on Billboard Chris. Do you remember? Billboard Chris had received some information from the Australian e-safety censorship walla, right? Who told him to take something down. They also told X to take it down as well. This is going to be fun, isn't it? Watching these big corporations go no to censorious governments around the world. We'll see what happens. I think it's highly unlikely that the platforms will win, but we'll see. But you've got to love the Daily Mail, who've given us an absolute corker. Now, I mentioned the Daily Mail article and said there's a link to it in the Billboard Chris thing, right? But I couldn't resist to having its own video because it's just extraordinary. So here we go. Exclusive, says the Daily Mail. Kinky secrets. This is just... Can you imagine all the Daily Mail readers picking this up in the morning going, oh, kinky. Bit of kinky. We'll have some of that. Kinky secrets of UN trans experts revealed. Australian activist plugs bondage, bestiality, nudism, drugs and tax-funded sex change ops. So why is he writing health advice for the world body? They still called him he. It's a woman. Right? And then there's some pictures with this. You've got to read along. Links in the dubris. It's just this rather large woman. It's then got like the little things that sum up what's going on. Teddy Cook posted an X-rated image of a dog apparently having sex with a man. And this person is advising the World Health Organization. It's absolutely surreal. Now, for all you know, I smear myself in butter and roll about on black plastic. I could be a right kinky bugger, right? You don't know. That's okay then, right? That's not what this is. This is. I work for the WHO, and by the way, here's some bestiality. Rover. There was an old woman. There was an old woman. No, what was it? There was a joke about that, wasn't there? Something about giving a dog a bone. Can anyone remember what that joke was? It may come to me later. I don't know. We'll see. Let's keep going. A transgender member of a new UN panel that's drafting global health rules has a kinky track record in everything from bestiality to bondage, drugs and nudism. Teddy Cook, a female, I'll just say that, Australian activist, started work this month on the World Health Organization's 2020 expert body drafting care guidelines for trans and non-binary people. You have to see the picture. Talk about healthy. I remember the joke. Old Mother Hubbard, she went to the cupboard to get her poor doggy a bone. When she bent down, the dog came around and gave her a bone of his own. So, let's have some bestiality of a morning with your cup of tea. Or is it evening? I don't know. So, she's advocated for taxpayer-funded surgeries for all trans Australians and worked on a study about trans people having better sex when they're high on drugs. The World Health Organization are just a bunch of clowns at this point. This is surreal. There's more pictures. It's unbelievable. Cook's social media posts are even more revealing. She's posted about everything from public nudity to bondage parties, trans orgies, and even a photo of a man apparently having sex with a dog. These revelations should not necessarily exclude Cook from work at the UN. But for many, her antics are too smutty for a straight-laced intergovernmental body. Smutty? Bestiality? It's a bloody crime. Smutty? It's a crime. In the UK, people going around having sex with their koi carp, or whatever it is they're doing. Don't look at me. Critics say the group, which is made up of trans campaigners and advocates, is biased. Yeah, do you think? Oh, I think. One trans activist member has already left the panel amid controversy, while another has been exposed for sharing X-rated Grindr hookup posts. If you're going to put yourself in the public eye and you've got past, or you like to bang people on the bottom with a woman's weekly or bend them over backwards on their hostess trolley. I would suggest it's probably a good idea if you don't. become part of the public eye. If you want to do all that, do all that. If you want to put it online, put it online. I don't care what you do. I'm just not having you making decisions that are global. Can you believe this? Can you believe it? Right? So if you're making decisions that are global, you're appealing to everybody across every spectrum, or you're trying to. You're trying to put something in place that will deal with people who are, right, let's all have sex with everything that moves. I've just shagged a train, right? Right the way to the other end is, which is, don't come near me. Don't touch me. I don't want anything to do with anything sexual at all. All I'm here for is to, wait till I die and go to my respective heaven. So you've got the right, and what are we going to do? Fit it with people that like to shag dogs and do all sorts of terrible, strange things on the who. It is just fantastic. So the cook, this woman, who did not answer the Daily Mail's request for comment, is director for LGBTQ plus community health ACON in Australia, which is like Stonewall, that homophobic bunch of Stonewall. A community group in Sydney. It's not a community group, it's a cult. Right, he famously addressed the New South Wales Parliament in 2021 saying trans people deserve dignity and are not a threat. And then they've got a picture of her sat nude on the beach on a yellow towel. Just looking like an Antipodean Sam Smith. I just can't. Others show him on the beach, naked, covering his private parts with his hands. Not him, it's her, right? Cook likes to show off her tattoos and his original choice in party wear. She's dressed like Big Daddy. Right, there's a reference most people won't get. She's dressed like Big Daddy. She regularly posts material on social media that is for some crude and inappropriate, you think? That includes photos of herself naked on beaches. Others show bondage gear. Another post with the dog. Cook also co-founded the safe sex campaign group called Grunt. Called Grunt, which promotes hot, informed sex between trans guys and cis guys. Oh, get lost. Get lost, right? Get lost, she's a homophobe. And cis guys. The group published a booklet of photos of trans people wearing bondage gear and graphic sex scenes with multiple partners. It advises female to male trans members to tell male sex partners what to expect when they get between the sheets. Well, you're a woman, what would they expect? Unless, of course, you mutilate your body, which nobody's going to want you anyway. Right? It takes a long time to find somebody that will love you. Ask people who've detransitioned. They're one of the saddest things. They can't find someone. Cook's academic research has also come under the spotlight. She worked on a 2022 paper in the International Journal of Transgender Health about the sex lives of trans people. They are more likely to enjoy sex when high from using illicit drugs. She also co-wrote a 2021 paper about sex change procedures. It concluded that trans people struggle to access care, that all trans people in Australia should have full and free access to medical gender affirmation, including surgical intervention. This is controversial. Apparently the UN board has been dogged by controversy. Can you imagine why? Go and have a look in the article. It's the Daily Mail being the Daily Mail. But my God, they've got a picture of more, which I showed you before in the other video. Go and see. Got details in there. I couldn't resist doing one specifically for this because it's just so good. So the Antipodean Sam Smith warbles about nonsense and promotes sex with anything, by the sound of it. All right? Don't leave anything lying around, not even a Hoover. Henry the Hoover, what are you doing? Nothing. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.